Welcome to the 19th episode of the Addison County Countryman. I'm your host, Weldon Opinionated, and as always, a continued celebration of Don Heron. Today, we're giving a big shout out to the Facebook page Hee Haw TV Show and Friends. Salud! Thank you again for your support. If you like what we're doing, feel free to share and pass it on. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook under Addison County Countryman. Don't be shy now. You too just might crack a smile and giggle once or twice. Yeah. On to the news. After a long day of running errands, the wife decided to stop at one of those fast food restaurantes to grab a quick bite. Finally making her way around to pay the bill, she pulls up behind a fancy schmancy car with 3 big old bumper stickers on it. First says, demand labels and safety testing for food. Okay. The second reads, eat for the health of it. Alright. And the third says, support organic farmers. You betcha. Where did the wife find all these stickers, you ask? Well, in the McDonald's drive-thru line, of course. Get that Big Mac. Yeah. Don't forget the fries. Yeah. In other news, sitting on the side of the highway, waiting to catch speeding drivers, the statey sees a car puttering along at 22 miles an hour. He thinks to himself, this driver is just as dangerous as a speeder. So he flips on his lights and pulls the speed buggy over. Approaching the car, he notices that there are 5 old ladies, 2 in the front seat, 3 in the back, eyes wide and white as ghosts. The driver says to the officer, I don't understand. I was doing exactly the speed limit. What seems to be the problem? Ma'am, the officer replies, you weren't speeding at all. But you should know that driving slower than the speed limit can also be dangerous to other drivers. Slower than the speed limit, she asked? No, sir. I was doing exactly the speed limit, 22 miles an hour, the old woman says proudly. The officer, trying to contain a chuckle, explains to her that 22 was the road number, not the speed limit. A bit embarrassed, the woman grinned and thanked the officer for pointing out her mistake. But before I let you go, ma'am, I have to ask, is everyone in the car okay? These women seem awfully shaken, and they haven't peeped a single word this whole time. Oh, they'll be all right in a minute or two, officer. We just got off Route 116. Granny, battle to the middle. Anyway, poor old ladies. Even more news. I was in the local sporting goods store yesterday, where there was this old farmer in the checkout line ahead of me. He was acting confused and flustered because he just noticed a sign at the counter that stated, no cash accepted. Gosh darn it, what a shame money isn't good enough anymore, he growled under his breath. Luckily, he did carry a credit card, though he never used it. When he was ready to pay, he tried to hand his card to the cashier. He looked even more confused as she shook her head and pointed to the darn credit card machine. This was not what he was used to at all. So he paused, not knowing what to do. The cashier snapped at him, strip down facing me. This really puzzled the old farmer. He says, okay. Not knowing what else to do, he did just as she instructed. The clerk began screaming. Store manager came running over to investigate. Manager explained to the old feller that the cashier had been referring to how he should place his credit card in the machine. Stunned and embarrassed, the old farmer quickly got dressed and fled the store. be, she got an eyeball. Oh, she got a big old eyeball. Anyway, tune in next week to celebrate our 20th episode. And for another fast-paced, exciting, and informative episode. And remember, never put off until tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow.